Welcome to my channel Mintage Mysteries, where every coin has a hidden story. If you love discovering hidden treasures and uncovering coin secrets, you're in the right place. We're on a quest to solve the puzzles behind the world's most fascinating coins. From rare errors to legendary rarities, let's dive into the mysteries of numismatics. The Lincoln penny, issued in 2016, is part of a lineage of coins that stretches back more than a century, originating in 1909. This year marked the 100th anniversary of the birth of President Abraham Lincoln, and it was the first time a real person, rather than a symbolic representation, appeared on a circulating U.S. coin. The obverse of the coin, which remains unchanged in its central design even in 2016, features a right-facing profile of Abraham Lincoln. This portrait was created by Victor David Brenner, a Lithuanian-born sculptor and engraver who based the image on a well-known photograph of Lincoln taken by Matthew Brady. Brenner's original design in 1909 included his full initials, VDB, prominently placed on the reverse side of the coin. However, public criticism led to their removal shortly after the coin was released. In 1918, the initials were restored in a much more discreet location, on the truncation of Lincoln's shoulder, where they have remained ever since. By the time the 2016 penny was minted, this design had become an iconic and enduring symbol of American coinage, holding the distinction of being the longest-running obverse design in U.S. mint history. While the obverse of the Lincoln cent has remained largely consistent, the reverse has undergone several changes over the decades. From 1959 to 2008, the reverse featured the Lincoln Memorial, replacing the earlier wheat ears design used from 1909 to 1958. In 2009, the U.S. Mint released a special series of 4 different reverse designs to commemorate the bicentennial of Lincoln's birth and the 100th anniversary of the coin itself. These designs highlighted different stages of Lincoln's life. Beginning in 2010, the Mint introduced a new permanent reverse that continued through the 2016 issue. This design, created by artist Lyndall Bass and sculpted by U.S. Mint engraver Joseph Mena, features a Union shield, an image rich in Civil War symbolism. The reverse design showcases a large shield with 13 vertical stripes representing the original 13 colonies, joined together under a single horizontal bar at the top, symbolizing the federal government. A banner stretches across the shield with the words, 1 cent, and the motto, E pluribus unum, appears above the shield. This imagery connects directly to Lincoln's legacy as the president who held the Union together during its most divisive and violent period. The choice of the Union shield was deliberate, meant to reflect national unity and the strength of the federal government, principles that Lincoln defended throughout his presidency. On both sides of the 2016 penny, standard inscriptions remain in place. The obverse includes the word Liberty to the left of Lincoln's profile and the year 2016 to the right, along with a mint mark indicating where the coin was produced. Coins minted in Philadelphia do not carry a mint mark. Those from Denver feature a small D, and proof versions produced in San Francisco bear an S. The motto, In God We Trust, is inscribed in an arc above Lincoln's head, following the curve of the coin. In terms of physical composition, the 2016 Lincoln penny adheres to the modern specifications first introduced in 1982. Unlike earlier versions made predominantly from bronze, the 2016 coin is composed primarily of zinc, which makes up 97.5% of the coin's total mass. This zinc core is electroplated with a thin layer of pure copper, making up the remaining 2.5%. This composition change was implemented to reduce production costs as the price of copper rose in the late 20th century. The resulting coin weighs 2.5 grams, measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter, and has a plain edge. Despite the copper-colored appearance, the core is not copper, a distinction that is sometimes missed by casual observers. The United States Mint produced the 2016 Lincoln pennies at its facilities in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Circulating coins were struck in Philadelphia and Denver and distributed through banks and commercial channels. In contrast, the San Francisco Mint produced high-quality proof coins for collectors, using a special minting process involving polished dies and planchets. These proof coins are not meant for general circulation and typically appear only in collector sets. The Lincoln penny in 2016 thus represents a combination of historical tribute, artistic evolution, and practical manufacturing changes. It preserves the original vision of honoring one of the most revered presidents in American history while reflecting modern sensibilities in design and material use. The continued production of this coin demonstrates the enduring cultural and symbolic value of Lincoln's legacy and the ways in which numismatic design can evolve while maintaining a strong connection to the past. Although the 2016 Lincoln penny is a modern coin produced in extremely high numbers, not all examples are created equal. While the vast majority of these coins remain common and trade at or near face value, a select group of 2016 pennies has drawn the interest of collectors due to exceptional condition, mint errors, or unique characteristics. Understanding what sets these rare examples apart requires a deeper look into the coin's minting process, grading standards, error classification, and collector market behavior. In 2016, the U.S. Mint struck over 9.1 billion Lincoln cents for circulation between the Philadelphia and Denver mints. Philadelphia produced over 4.8 billion, and Denver struck more than 4.5 billion. Because of these astronomical production numbers, standard examples from both mints are extremely common in pocket change. Even coins in uncirculated condition, if not exceptional in some way, typically have very modest value. For example, a typical uncirculated 2016 penny graded MS60 to MS64 might retail for just a few cents above face value. However, once a coin reaches the highest tiers of condition, its value can rise significantly. Third-party grading services such as the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Company, NGC, evaluate coins based on the Sheldon scale, which ranges from 1 to 70. A coin graded MS65 or higher is considered gem uncirculated, and those graded MS67 or above are especially sought after. A 2016 penny that achieves an MS67 or MS68 grade is considered rare not because few were made, but because few survived the high-speed minting and distribution process without acquiring marks, abrasions, or other minor flaws. In auction markets, MS68 red, RD, graded examples have sold for anywhere from $50 to over $200 depending on eye appeal, certification, and demand at the time of sale. Coins in this condition must show brilliant red surfaces, full original luster, and no noticeable contact marks or stains, even under magnification. Red designation is crucial for modern copper-plated coins, as discoloration or spotting quickly reduces desirability. Most coins lose their full red color over time, so coins with confirmed red status from a reputable grading service command higher premiums. For collectors who specialize in proof coins, the San Francisco Mint produced a special edition of the 2016 penny exclusively for collector sets. These proof coins, bearing the S Mint mark, were struck using polished dies and planchets to produce sharp details, frosted devices, and deeply mirrored fields. Though not rare in the absolute sense, as hundreds of thousands were produced, high-grade examples can still be valuable. Proof 2016 S Lincoln cents graded PR70 Deep Cameo, DCAM, are the finest attainable and can sell for $20 to $50 or more, depending on the strength of contrast and the grading company. Where real rarity and collector excitement emerge is in the world of mint errors and die varieties. These coins are not intentionally made to be different, but are the result of mishaps or anomalies during the minting process. Some of the most sought-after errors include off-center strikes, double dies, die clashes, cuds, and coins struck on the wrong planchet. Off-center strikes occur when a coin blank, called a planchet, is improperly positioned between the dies during striking, resulting in a design that is shifted to one side. If enough of the date and design remain visible, these can be quite valuable. A 2016 Lincoln penny struck 30% to 60% off-center, with the full date readable, can bring between $50 and $150 depending on the severity of the error and the overall condition. More dramatic off-centers that retain the full date and mint mark are particularly popular among error collectors. Strikes on the wrong planchet are among the rarest and most valuable types of errors. These occur when a planchet meant for another denomination, or even a foreign coin, enters the press and is struck with Lincoln cent dies. A 2016 penny accidentally struck on a dime planchet, for example, would be undersized, weigh less than normal, and possibly be missing design elements due to the smaller surface area. Such errors have been known to sell for hundreds or even over $1,000 at auction, depending on the rarity of the planchet and the clarity of the strike. Double die varieties, which are caused during the die-making process, involve a duplication of design elements, most often visible in the date, lettering, or facial features. While no major double die variety has been officially recognized for the 2016 Lincoln cent by major numismatic catalogs as of now, collectors continue to inspect large quantities of these coins in hopes of discovering an undiscovered variety. Should one be confirmed and listed by reputable sources such as the Cherry Picker's Guide or Kanika, Combined Organizations of Numismatic Error Collectors of America, its value could quickly rise due to scarcity and collector demand. Other error types found on 2016 pennies include die cracks, die chips, retained interior cuds, and misaligned dies. While individually these may not always be extremely valuable, often selling for a few dollars to perhaps $20, more dramatic or unusual examples can go higher. For example, a retained cud where a section of the die has cracked and remains in place while creating a raised blob on the coin surface can become highly collectible if it affects a noticeable part of the design or occurs near the date. It's also worth noting that some 2016 pennies have developed strikingly unusual toning due to environmental exposure or planchet impurities. While artificial toning is often frowned upon by collectors, naturally occurring rainbow or multicolor toning on high-grade copper coins can be very appealing and increase desirability, especially when authenticated and graded by a reputable service. In terms of market behavior, modern pennies like the 2016 issue generally do not receive as much attention as older coins unless they exhibit a spectacular error or exceptional preservation. However, a growing segment of collectors focuses specifically on high-grade modern coins and registered sets, where coins compete based on their quality scores. In that space, even a seemingly ordinary coin like a 2016 penny graded MS68RD or PR70 DCAM becomes a valuable asset for completing a top-ranked registry set. In summary, although most 2016 Lincoln pennies are only worth face value, a small percentage of them, due to condition, errors, or unusual characteristics, can be worth significantly more. The coins that command the highest values are typically those that are either flawlessly preserved or exhibit rare and dramatic minting errors. As always, proper attribution and third-party grading greatly enhance a coin's marketability and help ensure collectors are paying for genuine rarity, not just appearance. For collectors, dealers, and even casual hobbyists, finding one of these rare 2016 Lincoln cents in pocket change or a mint roll remains an exciting and potentially rewarding possibility. If you enjoyed today's exploration, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more coin discoveries, and share this video with fellow collectors. And as always, keep searching for those hidden treasures in your change. You never know when you might stumble upon the next big mystery.